Take a look at the product features that are offered on all of Perlick's under-counter units. First and probably the most important is the all stainless steel interior construction. Stainless steel is durable and strong and it will not crack like plastic. There's a lot of manufacturers out there today that are still providing plastic liners for their interiors. Plastic isn't sanitary. Stainless steel is more resistant to bacteria growth than plastic is. Again, if you've had one of these in the past, and if you don't maintain it, if you don't clean it regularly with plastic liners, you're going to get black mold or growth growing inside the cabinet, which isn't healthy for you or anything that you put in it. It's easy to clean and it will not retain odors. Sometimes when you put products in there, you're going to get a transfer of taste or odors into the plastic. With stainless steel, you don't have to do that. Worry about that. It maintains temperature better. If you looked on your charts, and you would find that plastic doesn't keep the cold as well as stainless steel does. So stainless steel interiors help maintain temperature so that the unit doesn't have to work as hard when you're putting product in. It's not just trying to cool the walls. It's also just dedicated for cooling the product itself. You may have even seen, if you go to a commercial kitchen, you'll never find plastic in a commercial kitchen. Or if you go to a hospital, you'll never find plastic in those environments because, again, stainless steel is better, it's stronger, it's more durable, easy to clean, doesn't have bacteria growth to worry about, and it helps maintain temperatures within the cabinet itself. So why refrigeration and stainless steel interiors matter? Again, temperature and material play a huge part in the bacteria and temperature. Danger zones, again, for bacteria growth are 40 to 140. This is where bacteria grows that are harmful to you, and they grow very, very fast between those temperatures. Bacteria actually requires moisture. So maintaining that moisture inside that cabinet, which we do with the forced air, circulating air continually, helps reduce the amount of moisture in the cabinet. Bacteria can increase 1,000-fold in a 2-hour period. So in other words, if you got the perfect storm, if you've got a cabinet that's between 140 and 140, and you have high moisture levels within that cabinet, that bacteria is going to grow 1,000 times quicker within those ranges. Again, this is why you don't see plastic in commercial kitchens. And if you look at the picture on the right-hand side, you actually see that's a customer sent us a picture. This is what they had after they used it for about 6 months. They had this out on their patio, again, where temperatures weren't being maintained. There was high humidity in the air getting into the box itself, and it created all that bacteria you see in that lower right-hand corner.
Awesome. Thank you, Tom. So as we kind of take the next step into looking at, really what differentiates Perlick from our competitors, one, it's the full stainless steel interior, and next it's really getting into our shelving. And shelving, a lot of times, when you think from a consumer's perspective, maybe an afterthought, not a whole lot of focus is given, but until you actually start using and interacting with the product is when it really starts to become, exponentially more important to have racking like you see with the Perlick. All our shelving will be full extension. And the full extension shelves aren't just great from as you can see from a visual standpoint, but think about from an ease of loading and unloading. Now, Perlick has a commercial heritage, and think about from a commercial application when they're going through and loading the suites full of product. It's a lot easier to load when you've got a rack that fully extends out. Now think about it from a commercial or a consumer's perspective. Now, why is that beneficial? If they're hosting a party or having people over, or they love to have a lot of variety of different craft beers, you can have a shelf that fully extends all the way out, and so you can see the different varieties of things that you have on there. But it's also a lot easier that when you do have drinks that are running low and you need to restock those shelves, rather than having to get on your hands and knees and pull everything out and shift it forward this way, you can actually just pull the rack all the way out and load it from the back and you're ready to go. The other component of these shelves that make it really commercial quality is the fact that it's not just smooth glide roller bearing, but they're also rated to hold up to 75 pounds. So you can really load these things up with, just packs of beer or wine or beer or sodas or waters or whatever it is. And then last little bit on these ones is much like you find in our wine reserve shelving, you're also going to find the same sort of shelving in here. So really going to help minimize some of the vibration and noise. And then Perlick has always prides itself in just flexibility and versatility. So all these shelves will have a 1 inch increment in adjustability. So on the shelves, let's take a little bit of a deeper dive into some of the different shelving options that we have out there. The one here on the top left will come standard in all fridge and freezers. The one here on the bottom left, standard in all wine reserves. Now we do offer an optional divider rack and an optional martini glass rack. I really love the optional divider rack, especially for someone like myself who's very neat, organized, likes their sodas and bottles all lined up perfectly, labels facing out. So really from an organizational standpoint, makes a lot of sense. But also think about if you've got bottles or bottled waters or something a little taller, a little more top heavy, if you have that divider in there, will actually ensure that when you're moving things around, the bottles won't tip over. And then you have the martini glass holder, and that one's just it's a showstopper. Just imagine putting that piece on a glass door unit with the blue light, martini glasses on there, frosted. It just really shows extremely well. And then again, just provides the consumer a way to, customize the product to their own liking. So from here, much like we have stainless steel interior, we have high quality material in our shelving. The same said for stainless steel doors and drawers. So again, as everyone knows, we do offer stainless steel doors and drawers. Those can come factory installed. From an ordering standpoint, we try to make it relatively easy to understand, what you're ordering. So as you can see, odd numbers are all stainless steel. So if it ends with a 1, 3, or 5, then you're getting stainless steel. One thing we really just like to drive home to is our handles are not interchangeable. So when you're ordering a Signature Series product, you're getting a Signature Series handles, as you see here in the image to the right. If you're ordering a C Series, you're getting a C Series handles. They can't be flip-flopped. So again, it is series specific based off the handle. Next, so we do offer panel ready models and opportunities there, as you can see here to the image to the right. We know that customized panel is a growing trend and people are looking to allow their products to sit recessed. So we do have that opportunity and ability. And when you're ordering products like that, the nomenclature will have either a 2, 4, or 6 to signify whether it's panel ready. And we do offer accessory handles, so if they want a Perlick handle on their customized panel, they can do so. And all templates, guides, spec sheets can be found on perlick.com when you go into kind of the product and design services. Next, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go pass it back over to Tom, and he's going to give you a little bit of background into our door construction.
The hinging that's provided with the cabinets is the same hinge, again, we use into our commercial products. A lot of people think it's not a zero clearance, but truly it is, because the door frame itself never goes beyond the exterior or outside wall of the cabinet. These hinges are heavy duty. They're actually tested 350,000 cycles of opening and closing that door. As you know, on the commercial side, most bartenders don't use or open the door very close or safely or gentle. They grab the door, they're pulling on it, they're tugging on it. When the door opens, it becomes a brace for them to lean against. And so providing a hinge that's going to hold up to that abuse is very important on the commercial. That the residential side doesn't abuse that hinge as bad. So ultimately, it's going to withstand anything that a homeowner can put at it. 1 3/8 foam in place panel adds more strength and gives you a higher R value. And so how you insulate a door is important. Some manufacturers will actually insulate the panel that attaches to the front of the door. We foam in place the framing of the door attached to the cabinet. So if I put a trim panel on the front, it's really just a decorative part. We're not utilizing it for insulation. The R value on this is because it's 1 7/8 thick, resist the amount of hot air that's going to try to migrate into the cabinet. So you get great insulation and higher R values with a foamed in place. Premium door gaskets. Again, we look at the door gaskets as just an integral part of the door, but it serves a very important function. It stops the warm air from going into the cabinet. It stops cold air from transferring outside. So how you build that gasket is very important. We use a 1/2 inch magnet, which means you got better holding power against the face of the door to keep it sealed and tight. A lot of the competition only uses a 1/4 inch magnet. We also have what we call a large bellow. So if you look at the gasket itself, in between where it mounts to the door and the magnet, there's a bellows. The reason you have that is because, again, when you slam that door close, it acts like a shock absorber. And so when it tries to pull away, it pulls on the bellows instead of pulling that magnet off the face of the cabinet when you bounce the door against the opening. Drawers, same philosophy, heavy duty construction. Each one of those drawers can hold 200 pounds per door. A lot of people say, well, you got the same type of hinging, our rail system, why can I hold 200 pounds on a drawer and only 75 pounds on a shelf? The reason for that is because they're not the same rail system. The drawers have a separate rail system because we know you're going to put heavier stuff into it. In the bottom drawer, you might throw a 25, 30-pound turkey in there. It can handle it because it has the capabilities of holding 200 pounds. Self-closing drawers. So when you get about an inch, inch and a half away from closing completely, it actually wants to pull itself through utilizing the rail system on the drawer. Drawers are full extension so that you can pull them out for ease of loading and unloading. If you're like me, usually when you go grocery shopping, you dig through your area where you have your food, and then you find a bunch of stuff you haven't used in a while, so you throw it out. Here, when you pull it out, you get to see everything that's inside that drawer. Like drawers or doors, drawers feature a 1 3/8 foamed in panel on the front of it, which gives it its strength and better R value. Premium door gaskets, again, same philosophy, having a 1/2 inch magnet, bellows, so that again, when you slam that drawer shut, when it wants to bounce back, the magnet, the bellows act like a shock absorber, absorbs that pressure and helps keep the drawer in a closed position.
Awesome. Thank you, Tom. So to recap, just what really makes Perlick refrigeration are, a number of these features, and it's not limited to these, but includes, stainless steel interior. You can't truly have the right refrigeration and store things the right way and protect things the right way without having stainless steel interior. Having the full extension pull-out shelving really aids to the consumer experience of loading and unloading. And then just making sure that whatever you've got on the shelves is, very visual and right in front of your face. We do offer stainless steel and panel ready models. And then last but not least, carrying through the commercial heritage that we've got is you're going to find commercial grade construction, including the durable hinges, the insulated doors, and the heavy duty door and drawer sealing. So really at the end of the day, these products are built with quality material, and you've seen it here in a number of these features. So what we're going to do here to just kind of round out, just going through, features across, is just some additional comparisons and information that, we're making available to you when looking at the different series of products. And we'll get into other training modules that'll go through Signature and C-Series more specifically. But here's just good comparison charts when talking to consumers when they're looking at Perlick products and getting them the right ones, whether they're signature or C series. So you'll have a chart like this that goes through compressors, the different controllers, the interior lighting, whether there's outdoor models available, and what kind of handle options and what it's wrapped with. The other part to note is, look here on the top, is this is for the refrigerator. We'll have one on the wine reserves, go through what models are available again, what are some of the key differences. Next, you'll have beverage center, and we'll go through some of the key differences and what models are available and not available. And then lastly, provides differences between our beer dispensers, signature versus C series. And we'll have additional trainings that'll go through these a little bit more specifically, but this at least provides a little bit of an overview in comparison when looking at Perlick under counter product. So with that said, I just really want to thank you all very much for your time today, and having a listen a little bit about more what Perlick has to offer and what makes Perlick unique. So thank you very much and have a great day.